The Bo Nickal title run begins anew. The title run starts now, said no one ever. But hey, I got you to click on this video, and now you are my prisoner. Now you are my hostage, and you have to sit down through this entire video, this horrible idea that I have come up with, of how Bo Nickal can become the middleweight champion of the UFC. Because there are fights that Bo Nickal is going to win, and there are fights that he is going to lose. But he just head-kicked Rodolfo Vieira, and dude, I was calling this shit out on the stream. I said, Bo Nickal needs to practice some head kicks. And like 20 seconds later, he head kicks Rodolfo Vieira out cold into the Shadow Realm. It was beautiful. I should have put some money on this fight. I knew this was going to happen. But what's next for Bo Nickal? He's unranked. And I think he should fight at minimum 3 times in 2026. And 2027, if he keeps on winning, 2027 should be his breakout year. It should be his year where, okay, he's up there. He could probably get a title shot if he keeps on winning from now. And I know there's some fighters that fight 4 times a year, or if you're Kevin Holland, you fight 5 times a year. I think 3 times a year is good for Bo Nickal. And his next opponent, in my opinion, should be Roman Kopylov. It's a winnable fight for Bo Nickal. Also an unranked guy. Roman Kopylov, he doesn't really throw. He doesn't have output, and he gets dominated by a grappler like Fluffy Hernandez. I could see him get dominated by Bo Nickal, but we need to start upping the ante for Bo. Rodolfo Vieira is a BJJ specialist, and it was impressive that Bo took his back early and just slammed him down, and it was getting close there where he could have finished him with the ground and pound up against the cage. He should have just kept throwing the punches, but he didn't for whatever reason. I think this is the fight to make. And when we have these guys that are shy for throwing punches on the feet, because Bo, he didn't throw shit against Paul Craig. He didn't really throw shit in round 2 and the beginning of round 3 against Vieira. It forces them to throw shit. I don't think this would be a boring fight that goes to decision. I think somebody's going to get knocked out. And Roman Kopylov does have knockouts before. It's just recently he's been looking crap. Paulo Costa, RoboCop, Fluffy. But this is the fight to make. Mid versus mid. And if Bo Nickal passes this one, then he needs someone higher up. And it has to be Sharabullet Magomedov. That would also be another fight. Ginger versus Ginger. How often do we have Ginger race wars? We don't get them that often. And we actually have an excess amount of Gingers at middleweight. We got Joe Pyfer. I know he dyes his hair blonde, but he's a Ginger. We got Edmund Shabazian, and now we got Bo Nickal and Sharabullet. There's Gingers that exist. And Sharabullet, it's rare for you to be a Ginger in that part of the world. Everyone over there has dark hair. So this is the fight to make. Sharabullet, he hasn't been looking all that great, and we knew this was going to happen. He's not an elite striker. Losing to MVP is one thing. MVP is his own style of fighter. MVP is very annoying to figure out. But you go to war against Marc-Andre Barriol. That is not good. You don't want to go to war up against some French Canadian. French Canadians aren't really... Okay, oh shit. I was about to say something bad, but then I forgot about GSP. I was about to nuke my channel into the casual bin, and I forgot about GSP. Never mind. Marc-Andre Barriol, okay, you get starched out cold by Joe Pyfer. But he made Sharabullet look like a troll doll. He did, man. And it's okay, fine, it is what it is. He had the great double spinning back fist against Armin Petrosian. This is the next fight to make. An American wrestler versus a Dagestani striker. It's usually the other way around. It's usually the Dagestani wrestler that's bullying the American striker. But now the shoe is on the other foot, and if the Dagestani wins this one, then we can confidently say, hey, there's just something about them. They're superior, okay? It wouldn't be about wrestling versus striking. It would just be an ethnicity thing at that point if Bo Nickal were to lose this one. But I would like to see this fight for those reasons, just to see, you know. But we move on. Who's another one? In 2026, a fighter that's up there ranked, Roman Dolidze. Another Roman. You got Roman Kopylov and now Roman Dolidze. Roman Dolidze, he's a decent middleweight gatekeeper. And Bo Nickal is eventually going to have to face a ranked gatekeeper. I think Roman Dolidze is a good test. We saw him get bullied by Anthony Hernandez. Anthony Hernandez with the chain wrestling, very tricky grappler. I don't know if I don't know if Bo Nickal could ever get to that point of someone like Fluffy Hernandez. He has the potential to. I don't know if he has the cardio or just the willpower to get there, but I'd like to see him there. He would be very dangerous if Bo Nickal got to that point. And Roman Dolidze, man, you can't count him out completely. He's a big middleweight. He goes up to light heavyweight, beats Anthony Smith, Lionheart Smith. I mean, dude, if Roman Dolidze beats Lionheart Smith, then you know he's good. Because, I mean, how many guys out there actually beat Anthony Smith? Not many of them, man. Anthony Smith, he's really tough. But I'd like to see this fight probably towards the end of 2026. And then in the beginning of 2027, who is somebody else that Bo Nickal could possibly beat? And that would be, oh no, not him, Robert Whittaker. He would have to fight someone elite. Robert Whittaker is elite despite his recent losses. Former champion, he's still going to be good. And if he beats Robert Whittaker, he'll probably be up there. He'll probably be up there. We're talking about Bo Nickal in the top 10. Maybe late 2026, okay? Roman Kopylov, Roman Dolidze, or share a bullet in like mid 2026, and then late 2026, you fight Robert Whittaker. And if you beat Robert Whittaker, somebody in the top 5, and then title shot. And this would be like in 2027. And we don't know who the champion is going to be in 2027. I don't know if Khamzat Chimaev is still going to be at middleweight. He's probably going to move up to light heavyweight at that point. Like, I could see Khamzat defending against Imavov and maybe one more guy. Or he might just move after the Imavov defense. I don't know. Like, people don't want to stay in their divisions anymore. They just want to keep going up and up. And I like that for some situations, but I miss the days of champions just staying in their division. You know, like Anderson Silva and GSP, they were just defense after defense after defense. That's why I'm becoming a big fan of Merab recently, because he's just staying at bantamweight. But how would this fight go? It would be tricky. Like, I don't really rate Whittaker's striking all that good anymore. He does like the hook and then comes up with the head kick, and that could catch people, but everybody knows that's his move now. And he could get dominated with the grappling. Whittaker's never been the biggest middleweight. He could get slammed on his head. Like, he's like the same size as Rodolfo Vieira. And I could see him get bullied in this fight, but I'd like to see it. He's not deadly old. He's still got a few years left, but it's a question of if he wants to even keep fighting. You know, losing to RDR and then losing to Chimaev. Like, Chimaev is fine, whatever. But then before then, he's just, you know, he's not going to get a title shot anytime soon, so he's probably tempered his expectations, and he's accepted this new role that he's never going to be champion again. So he might just get demoralized and never fight again. I hope not. I'd like to see him fight, you know, but we don't know what's going to happen with Whittaker next. But I'd like to see this one. It would be a good test for Bo. Like, we got to move Bo up. And you never know. Bo Nickal might become champion. Shit, man. We might see a ginger champion. Have we ever had a ginger champion? I don't think so. I'd have to think deeply about that. No, we've never had a ginger champion. If I pulled this beanie off and you see my red carrot top hair, you might be shocked. I'm not a ginger, okay? I'm not a fucking ginger. But Bo Nickal, title run starts now. I'm so sorry For the poor souls that clicked on this video and you had to watch this horrible shit. But we are manifesting a Bo Nickal title run. I manifested the head kick against Rodolfo Vieira. Therefore, I feel like I have the power to manifest Bo Nickal to one day become the UFC middleweight champion. And that's why you clicked on this video. You clicked on this video to hear my delusions. To hear me spew a bunch of shit coming out of my mouth. And now you get to leave grateful. You waste 10, 11, 12 minutes, however long this video is, of your life that you will never get back. You can blame no one except for yourself for that sin. Subscribe to my channel, motherfuckers. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.